you started the
Yes, I have just started the recording.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, all right, so let's start. I want to say good evening and welcome to everyone. My name is Gail Grandison, and I am the chair of the Youth and Education Committee. I want to take the time to welcome each and every one of you. So, first, before I ask you to introduce yourself, I want to explain my absence. I know we had 2 canceled meetings, and I also missed a couple of meetings back in, I want to say, November. No, November meeting was canceled. I missed December and I missed January. January, I see, was canceled also. So I'm sorry. Okay. So I know for one of those meetings last year, I had some work obligations that I could not get out of. There were late evenings. We had a conference, which I am part of the major project management team. So, it's part of my job. So I had to be there. I do apologize for missing that. I was still trying to get the meeting to go ahead, but our chairperson, who's also part of the education group, he was not able to do it. And then back in December, I also, I think that's the one he chaired also, and I had to miss. Well, that's the one that I did miss that he chaired because we canceled in November because of my work commitment. December also had to work, and I missed that. January we had to cancel, and I do apologize for having missed those meetings. Back in December, I took ill. I took really ill unexpectedly, and I didn't want to miss this meeting. I am still not 100% well, but I felt good enough to come on. It's been a while, and we have to start to get things moving. I know I've had some folks reached out to me and sent me, wishes, best wishes, and good health and stuff, and I appreciate for anyone who did call me and reached out. I am so appreciative of you thinking of me. It was quite a traumatic month and more, but I'm getting back there, and I'm going to try to make sure that we move forward for the remaining of the months that we have. We may not be able to do everything that I kind of wanted to do, but we'll see, where it takes us and how far we go. So as we continue, I'm going to call your name, and I'm going to ask you to please introduce yourself to the remainder of the group and state whether you are a committee member and a board member or just a committee member. So as I look at my screen, I see Samantha. Samantha,
Hi,
are
good
you there?
evening. I'm here.
Hi. So I'm just going to ask you to introduce yourself. Let us know whether you're a committee member and a board member or just a committee member, so that other
Okay.
people on the call can get to know you.
Okay, so my name is Samantha Lawrence. I am a LMSW social worker. I am a committee member. I'm not a board member.
Okay. Thank you, Samantha.
You're welcome.
Mr. Tate. Mr.
Good
Tate,
evening.
are you there?
Yes. Good evening, all. I'm George Tate. I'm a committee member.
Welcome, Mr. Tate. Amanda Bilal.
Hello. So I'm neither a committee member nor a board member, but I am the community development specialist at Bridging Access to Care.
Okay, welcome, welcome. And please note, you don't have to be a committee member or board member. You're welcome to this meeting regardless. And especially if you do have businesses within, educational facilities or any other kind of business that service kids or families, even if it's clinics or what, you are always welcome to join this committee and to introduce yourself and to tell us a bit more about the stuff that you're doing in our community. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
Amanda. Miss Slade, Zenobia, am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't want to butcher anyone's name.
Hi,
Miss Slade? Hi.
yes, Zenobia Slade, yes. I'm not a committee member or a board member. I'm a community liaison at a FEC opening up in East Flatbush. We're going to be called The Yard, and we'll be opening up on March 22nd.
Oh, I know the yard. Oh, I'm going to come back to you and Miss Bilal. I'm going to come back to you guys because there are two community organizations on here. So we're going to come back. Miss Esteva, Natasha Esteva. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Esteva.
How you doing? This is Natasha Esteva. I'm the director of the East Flatbush Family Enrichment Center, The Yard. I am not a committee member, nor am I a board member, but I am here with my two other staff, Edwina and Zenobia. I might not stay long, but I just wanted to make sure I introduced myself, and I wanted to come on board tonight to make sure I introduce myself.
Yes. Oh, Natasha, you know what? I remember Rudy introduced us, but I didn't know that was your last name. I think we just got informal introductions like this is Natasha from The Yard. But yes, thank you for coming on. I'm going to come back to you guys after I finish the introduction.
No problem.
I'm really glad that you're on here. Really glad. So give me a few minutes. Don't get off us yet, please.
All right.
All right. Miss Muhammad, Fatima Muhammad.
Hi, good evening. I'm Fatima Muhammad. I'm a community board member as well as a committee member.
Hi. Neil Alberic. Please correct me if I do pronounce your name incorrectly.
You said it perfect.
Please.
You said it perfect. Good night, everybody. My name is Neil Alberic. I'm a financial advisor. I am not a board member, but I am a committee member.
Okay, awesome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Brenda John.
Hello, good night. Brenda Jean. I am a committee member.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
You are a committee member, yes. Okay. Miss Lavelle Deidre. Are you there? There you go. You're still on mute. Yeah, it's not coming. Miss Farah, are you able to take her off mute? Are you able to assist her?
I think the most I would be able to do is request that she unmute, but I can't make someone unmute.
Oh, but it's not. You can. Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to you, Lavelle, or just interrupt me. Put your hand up if you can get on. Miss Ann.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Ann Hudson. I'm a committee member, not a board member.
Hi, Miss Hudson. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I'm happy to hear that you're coming along.
Thank you. Thank you. Miss Monica McCain Brown.
Good evening, everyone. Monica McCain Brown, committee member.
Awesome. Miss Brown, how are you? It's been a while. Okay. Miss Mark. Edith Mark.
Yes. Hi. How are you? I'm a community board member as well as a committee member.
Thank you. Welcome. Good to see you. Edwina Laurent. Am I saying it correctly? Laurent?
Yes, you said it perfectly with the accent and everything. Hello, guys. My name is Edwina Laurent. I am the family advocate for The Yard. I am not a committee member or a board member.
member. Welcome, welcome. I'm just happy to have the yard here. Welcome. Dr. Donna McLean Grant.
Hello, good evening. I am a new board member and a new committee member to this.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm an
Thank you for
educator. I'm in
joining.
higher education and I'm an administrator.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay. I see that Kamara sent me, she said, can't really speak. She's Kamara Swaby, and she is a board member and a community member. Okay. Okay, so there's a gentleman on, but your name is coming up as Dr. McLean Grant also. Do you want to introduce yourself? The name on the screen is coming up as Dr. Grant's name also, but
Well,
tell us your name.
maybe I actually had difficulty, accessing the WebEx. So I probably signed on twice with 2 different devices. So excuse me.
You did, but the gentleman that's on camera, distinguished with the gray beard.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you. I am Dr. Williams, and I'm a clergyman, and I serve as a pastor in Flatbush. And I'm also an administrative social worker in mental health. And I believe that I am a committee member. I've submitted paperwork. And glad to be here. We have an exciting upcoming event, so you let me know when I can talk about that as well.
I certainly will. It must be a WebEx. Oh, there it goes. Now your name changed to Dr. Ed Williams. Okay, that was a little weird. I don't know if other people saw it, but when I put the mouse on your picture, it showed up Dr. Grant's name. That's why I was like, oh, but listen, I've learned never to be surprised when it comes to WebEx. Never. It's always something. Okay, Nicole Julius. Miss Julius, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Nicole Julius. I'm a committee member as well as a board member.
Thank you, Miss Julius. Welcome. And there we see, this is so weird. Rudy, I see you. Our chairman, Rudy Daly, is on, which is so funny because now as I put the mouse on him, it's coming up. Kamara's name is coming up on your screen. I tell you, it never fails with WebEx. So I don't know if other people are seeing the same thing that I am. They may not be, but I'm having some weird stuff happening here with WebEx. But this is Rudy Daly. Mr. Daly, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Thank you, Chair Grandison. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to our Youth and Education Committee. We have a packed house tonight. But before I say anything else, I want to, before I say hi, I'm just saying hi, but I want to pick up all my teachers, my administrators out there, my fellow teachers and administrators hanging out in the group. All the parents hanging out, chilling, working with the kids. I just want to say a big I'm very excited about that. So big up to all of you out there. It's a hard job. See, and just as chair of the board, I deem that next week you could have the week off. Don't go to work. Enjoy the week off. As long as you're in public school, you're good to go. That's all.
Okay, Rudy, you got jokes. Okay, don't let the chancellor hear you say that. Miss Duncan, can you introduce yourself, please?
Good evening. Good evening. Speaking of work, I just got out. That's why I'm a little late joining.
That's okay.
Natasha Duncan, committee and board.
Thank you, Miss Duncan. One of our educational folks on the line. Noreen George. Miss George? Can you hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good. Good evening, everyone. It was giving me problems to get on here.
Okay. Yes. Can you introduce yourself? Are you a board member or a community member or both?
I just joined recently. I filled up the application and I sent it online. So here is my first meeting.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Being here. So, did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone. Okay. Okay, so I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Appreciate you coming out. So here's where we're going to do a couple of things. We have a guest speaker tonight. I did tell her to get on about 8 o'clock. I have a very short chairperson's report, but there are some other folks on here that I want to hear from really quickly, especially the yard folks, Dr. Williams. And I'm going to ask you to just a minute or two to give us a rundown of the services or resources that you bring to the community and also to the children and families in here. So my report, basically, as I said, thank you. Welcome to everyone. The 2025 Citywide and Community Education Council, CCE, elections for public schools are now open. And for those who don't know, CCE's councils, they help shape the policies and priorities for our public schools. And each council has powers and duties concerning a range of matters like reviewing educational programs, approving school zoning lines, recommending improvements to support students, and there's a round of other things that they do. But this information that I'm going to give you, I'm going to have our ADM, Ms. Farah, send it out to you guys so that you're able, if you know anyone who's interested in joining CCE or you're a parent, with any child in New York City public schools, I would say get involved. It's really important to do because it also, your voice, it needs to be heard, and it sets direction and priorities of, how you want your child education to go. So I'm going to have whatever I'm talking about here, Ms. Farah, send out the information and links in an email to you by tomorrow. The other piece is the Costole Garden expansion. It's a virtual meeting that they're having tomorrow. And I think this was mentioned at the board, but as I said, one of the board meetings, I have been out, so forgive me. I am a little behind with some of the things that's happening because I had to focus my attention health-wise. The Coastal Garden Inc. has submitted an application for NYCRR Part 360-361 5 solid waste management facility permit for continued operations and proposed reconfigurations at an existing facility at 1481 Troy Avenue. I think that's Troy and Glenwood, if I remember. And the purpose of the meeting is to discuss the expansion with the residents of the community, and the elected officials will be present to hear your concerns. It's tomorrow, February 13th, at 7:30 p.m. There's also a WebEx link, so you don't have to physically go there. It's going to be virtual. So I would suggest you get online, hear what they're proposing, and get your voice out there if it's something that you agree with or don't agree with. Let your voice be heard. The Clarendon Road Library has reopened, and this is the Clarendon Road Library that's located at 2035 Nostrand Avenue. It's on Nostrand and Fargate Road. So if you were aware that it was closed, for some renovations, and it recently opened, and if it's the library that you used to access, please share and let other people in the community know that it has been reopened. And then we have, just to let you guys know, I know we're in February, but soon, June will be approaching. And I want to let you know that we do produce graduation certificates for the Sorry, apologize about that. She got away. We do, you know, if you need for your graduating class in school, or if your kids in school in the community, we do graduation certificates for kids, you know, for academics or leaderships or what. We will start advertising this more in May because we will be having a deadline. So please let your teachers, PTA presidents, or the PTA members itself know, but there will be more information on this. Give me 1 second. Let me just close this door. Okay, my apologies around that. And that is my report for right now. As I said, for those items that I mentioned that have links, we're going to have Ms. Farr send the information for you tomorrow, and you can, you know, your choice that you can go on and view these, especially the CCE. I would really love, if you do have kids within New York City public schools, you know, think about signing up for the CCE elections. Okay, so moving on, I want to go back to Miss Natasha and her team to let them give us like a minute or so to tell us about the yard. I hear they're doing wonderful things. I did have the opportunity to meet Miss Natasha at an event. I haven't had the opportunity to attend other events and stuff, but I'm hoping that I do get to have a larger conversation with her coming up, as we have youth happening coming up in August, and this is something that we can partner on. But for now, Miss Natasha, can you please give us a minute or two introduction of the yard now that it's in our community and your
Hi,
team members
everybody.
also?
Hi, everybody. I have my community liaison, one of my community liaisons on the line today. Her name is Zenobia Slade, and I also have my family advocate. Her name is Edwina Laurent. We don't have Bernard on the line right now. I gave him the night off. He's been attending meetings as well. So the yard is a basic home away from home facility. It's a community center. It's not your typical community center, but it's a community center that is a home away from home. So instead of having many rooms with different activities happening and mandates, this is a community-led, it's actually a community-led community center, enrichment center. It comes in all different shapes and sizes. We are one of 30 across New York City. Currently, they just opened one in the Midwood Flatbush area as well, and also Coney Island. So I am assisting them with opening up and doing different things as far as how we got started and how we got a name out there in East Flatbush. But we have our grand opening on March 22nd, which is a Saturday at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's free. It's open to all to come. Please feel free to go on our social media or check out our LinkedIn, and you guys can register. What else? We're actually in a space right now putting everything together. As a matter of fact, one of our areas, our conference room is named after Mr. Roderick Daley. So it's the Roderick Daley's conference room. So the day of our grand opening, we will be recognizing Mr. Roderick Daley and the conference room that is named after him. And it's beautiful. It's already put together. So it looks wonderful. I can't wait for him to see it. I can't wait for the grand opening. And I definitely cannot wait to serve the community. and bring things that they want to do, focus on the positive so I can get to know them. And once we focus on the positive, we'll find out the things that they really need help with and they're struggling with. Everything is absolutely free in our facility. Resources come in abundance. They can come to us for any type of resource. We're going to do all that we can to find that resource and make sure that we serve the East Flatbush community. Thank you for welcoming us. It's been a long, actually tomorrow will be my 1-year anniversary as the director of the Family Enrichment Center and at Rising Ground. So I'm very excited. After 1 year to this date, I've accomplished a lot. I gained an amazing team. I gained my respect in East Flatbush, and we're going to continue to do great work with everybody in East Flatbush. And our doors are open to community members, CBOs, businesses, community members in neighboring communities, and everything. So we're open and we're ready, and we are so excited to open up on March 22nd. So make sure that everybody's there.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you possibly send us a flyer? Do you have something for that grand opening? So I can share that and, let the members keep it on their calendar, and also maybe put out some flyers at the board meeting next week.
Yes, definitely. We will be at the board meeting next week, and also we will be distributing flyers. And Zenobia or Edwina, can you please share it in the chat? You can share the flyer and whatever flyers we have for anything that's happening, please share. Feel free to contact me. I'm actually inside of a event space right now. Yes, baby. And we're getting prepared for the repast for tomorrow for a funeral that I'm attending. So that's why you hear the noise in the background. But
that's okay.
My staff will definitely make sure they put those things in the chat. Everybody feel free to call me. My line is always on till 8 o'clock at night. So make sure you guys give me a call. And I appreciate y'all having me and my staff here today and my team.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on and updating us with what's happening with the yard. Unfortunately, I will not be here to attend the opening. I will be away. I want to be there for the opening and also to see that big grin on Roderick's face as they speak about that room being named after him, because he keeps talking about it and he's so excited. So I wanted to share in that celebration with you guys, but we definitely will connect. But thank you and your team so much for being here.
Can I ask a question?
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Can I just say something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
Zenobia, community liaison from the yard.
Yeah, go ahead, Zenobia.
I'm trying to add the flyers in the chat. Like you, I'm not too sure how to work WebEx. So if you guys don't mind putting your email address or any contact, then I will definitely send that over right away.
Zenobia, I can put my email in the chat, and I can add I'll email the flyer to the committee members, and I'll also add it to our newsletter as well.
Okay, definitely.
There you go.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, one question Mr. Tate asks is where are you guys located?
Our address is 3521 Church Avenue. It's on the corner of Brooklyn and Church. We are where the old sports club used to be and some other organizations.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Natasha.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you.
and your team. Thank you. Okay. And the address has been put in the chat. Okay, Dr. Williams.
Good evening again. Yes, I want to just inform, during this month of February, we are at the Pentecostal Church of God, focusing on healing from trauma. And we have, on this coming Sunday, we have a Dr. Roger Ball, who is an author and also a professor at Fordham, and he will be speaking at 10 a.m. And then on next Saturday, Dr. Florence St. Jean, Executive Director of Global Trauma Research, will be presenting on trauma. That's at 12 o'clock. And then on February 23rd, Dr. Alfonso Wyatt, who is a associate minister at Greater Allen and retired vice president of the fund that gives funds to faith-based organizations. So I wanted to share that because I'm a firm believer that emotional healthy children and families can produce academically competent and thriving children. And so I wanted to share that with the team here. I will forward the information to Farah. And again, I would appreciate if you come and share with others in your network. Again, it's 2310 Cotillion Road, which is 1 block from Sears, well, former Sears. And we will be having soul food at the end on Sundays. Yeah. So I'll share the flyer and certainly share with others. There's a lot that is going on and has gone on in terms of people of color, and there is a way to get to a space of healing and recovery. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for that information. Yes, please share the information with Farah. We'll get this out. And I should let you know that Alfonso Wyatt is one of my favorite people to hear him speak. He's a great storyteller. Oh,
yeah.
And he captures your attention. Love that man.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see our next person. Please bear with me. I'm not going to say why I love Zoom over WebEx. I'm not going to say it. Miss Bilal, can you give us a bit? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I already went. Access to care. So, community development specialist.
Yes.
But if Dr. Williams, if you could put your email in the chat, I would love to reach out to connect with you about some of the trauma work we're doing and some of the services and presentations we're offering the community free of charge.
Okay, awesome. Where are you guys located? Because I know you spoke before, but we have some new people in.
So we are located, we have 3 locations. We are located in Williamsburg, 390 Berry Street. We are also located in Flatbush Gardens on Foster, and we are located on Church Avenue, 2261 Church Avenue between Flatbush and Bedford.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Dr. Donna McLean Grant, can we hear like a minute from you? Are you still there?
Sorry. Yes, I am still here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Actually, I'm going to put in the chat a website because I am an administrator with the 1199 TEF union. And there is a big initiative going on now up until, I want to say, December 2027, where the union has $400 million that they are devoting towards career training free of charge. So I want to spread the word. It's for both union members and non-union members interested in the healthcare field, individuals who are training in degrees such as nursing, LPN, Pharm Tech, CASAC, social work, PA degrees. There's a vast number of occupational titles that they are paying for individuals to obtain free training. So this is a fantastic opportunity, and jobs are also attached to it. So this is something that our community really should take advantage of.
Yes. So if you can put the information in the chat, Ms. Farah will get that, and we will add this information to what we will send out. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Our guest speaker, Ms. Smith, are you on? Ms. Smith? Okay, I was trying to buy some time. I see that she's not on as yet. I don't see an email from her. Mr. Neil Alberic, can you tell us a bit about your financial, you said you're a financial advisor. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Yes. So
Yeah.
just give us a minute of, do you work for someone, or you work for yourself, or do you work in the community, or is this something you do on the side? You know.
No, so my financial firm is my main source of income. That's my actual career. I work for Nilix Securities in Manhattan. I work with a lot of families, young families in the community, and businesses, helping establish employee benefits and financial planning all across the board.
Okay. Do you do anything with college in terms of college planning?
Yeah, I do a lot of college planning. I typically work through like with 529 plans. I do different strategic planning aside from 529 plans. I do a lot of different things with financial plan with college and planning for children.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I would like to do, and we can connect offline around this since we have your email. I would like to have just at one of our meeting a session on 529 planning so that people get more familiar with it. You know, I have one for my daughter, and it is the most helpful thing that you can have. You know, and it's also that plan that you start from early, right? As soon as they're born, you have kids. You know, so I would like to do a session if you are available at one of our upcoming meetings, that we can, you know, do maybe a 15-20 minute session on 529 planning and what it's all about, and how parents can go about creating this account, you know, for their kids' college future.
For sure.
That would be really great.
For sure. And in addition to the 529 plan, I could show during that 15-minute presentation, if there's enough time, I could run it at home just to see how it would look. I could also show other alternates for 529 plans that give more flexibility for parents who may not think college is an actual plan for their child, where they could also be putting away money for their children's future, for businesses, whether they want to start their own nonprofit in the future, whatever their future may look like, they would also have alternate options.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to reach out to you because I would love for us to have a discussion around financial planning for college and stuff, especially when it comes to FAFSA and, you know, other things like that. Let's just see. And I think what I want to do is to bring in the financial planning, the FAFSA, and scholarships. Just make it one cumulative discussion that we have. So I'm going to reach out to you. I wrote it down here, and we'll take it from there. Fair?
Sound like a plan. I look forward to speaking more with you guys and getting to learn a little bit more about everybody else as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's Miss Smith. Are you on the call? Okay, I'm not hearing Miss Smith. I sent her an email. Maybe something came up. So what I'm going to do now, Ms. Farah, do we have quorum that we can approve the minutes? I know the minutes were sent out to the committee members. Do we have quorum that we can look at the minutes? And
quorum for approving the minutes.
Yes.
And yeah, we should be good for tonight. I did send all the minutes. I believe it goes back to even June. So I would love to have that so I could put it on the website as soon as possible.
Yes. So we do have quorum. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the list.
We do have,
I know you a bit heavy tonight. But,
yeah, we have quite a few members who, you know, haven't been showing up, so they've been removed from the list. But for tonight, we do have quorum.
We do have quorum. Thank you. I do appreciate you. I'm trying to get back into the gist of this. So, did everyone get a copy of the minutes? They go from June. If I'm right, I saw them here. We have June because we didn't have quorum in September. To get this done, we also have, as I look at them, we have September, October, and December. Just going to give folks a minute to look through and to think. So if everyone is okay, are there any changes, corrections, edits that need to be made that anyone can see in the minutes? Okay, hearing no response, can I get a motion to approve the June 2024, October 2024, September 2024, and December 2024 Youth and Education Committee minutes?
Nicole Julius makes a motion to approve the minutes.
Can I get a second, please?
Fatima Mohammed, second.
Thank you. Thank you to both of you. Okay, so the minutes for June, September, October, and December of 2024 has been, can I get approval from everyone? Do I hear a yes?
Yes, this is Samantha Lawrence.
Yes. Any?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Any nays? Abstain? Okay, so the minutes for those months have been approved. Okay, Ms. Farah, you are good to go. I'm going to check one more time. Ms. Smith, are you on the call? Ms. Smith? Okay. Not seeing her. Let's see who else has joined. I do not see Ms. Smith. Oh, Ms. Mickle, welcome. And Ms. Saunders, welcome. Thank you guys for joining.
Good night, everyone. Sorry I was a little late.
That is okay. So then I'm going to move forward. Tonight we were going to have Ms. Smith, who is from Uncommon Schools. I have put some information, just brief information in on the agenda. She is the regional manager on external affairs for Uncommon Schools. And I don't know how many of you have heard about Uncommon Schools, but they are charter schools, public charter schools, but they were first founded in 1997. They opened the first charter in Newark, New Jersey, and now they have expanded across some of the states. There are now 52 schools serving more than 19,000 students across Boston, Camden, New York, Newark, and Rochester. And she was here to speak on them. We do have two of their schools, which are located 985 Rockaway Avenue. There is one. Some are outside the boundaries of Community Board 17, like there's one on 51 Christopher's Avenue, and these are all in Brooklyn. They have a few in Bed-Stuy also, some on Gates Avenue, Macon. I said Christopher Street. There's also Canarsie, 1001 East 100th Street. I wonder if they are co-located with the schools that's around there. And then there's some more on 104th Street. So there are quite a few in the Brooklyn. There's some in Crown Heights, also in Empire Boulevard. But I was hoping that she would have been here to give, to speak more about it, the programs that they have, the resources that they also have and share with the communities. I am not seeing an email. Miss Farah, you didn't get anything from Miss Smith?
No, I didn't
Have
receive
you?
an email.
Okay. So, you know what? I figured something.
Gail, could I mention that if this is the
Yes.
first time she's joining us, it's very difficult if somebody's not familiar with WebEx to join. It's at first, unless they download.
I know. Listen, I wish that I wish we could do Zoom, but city rules. It's WebEx. But I will reach out to her tomorrow to see if that's the issue that she had, and we'll work on it. And what I will do is more than likely bring her back next month, so that she's able to tell us about Uncommon Schools and what they're doing there. So I'm going to move on. So I want to talk about moving on for the rest of the year. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to do, and I was trying to meet with Miss Farah so that we can put kind of a list together and create this whole project management sheet, something that I wanted to do and to get done, but my body was not cooperating today and yesterday. I spent half the day at the doctor, so I wasn't able to get it all together. But I do want you to know that what we're looking at is Youth Happening, and we have the flyer. Miss Farah will share that with you, and I am going to try tomorrow to get the rest of the information out for her to share with you with everything that we've done here. But it is scheduled for August 7th, 2025. I'm asking you to share the flyer out. It's ready to go. We will speak more about Youth Happening. What we also did was send out a survey to all the daycares that attended Youth Happening last year to get their feedback. I had a lot of people that were complaining about things, and not complaining in a bad way. I think it was very constructive about Youth Happening and the kind of expectations. And I want to say I do have high expectations for Youth Happening. I keep saying the way that I would love to do it, I just don't have the funding to do it. But who knows, this might be a turning year for all of this. And what I want to do is to try to, have invite more organizations that have more resources to, partner with us. See if we can just get this together. And I think it's about the partnership, because if I don't have certain materials or the fundings, another organization may be able to come in and to, take on that load because they have the resource or the fundings. So I really want to do more partnership with or organizations in the community around this. And even businesses. This is the only way that we will have these kind of successful events. I know, Miss Lovell, you have a daycare, and were you at Youth Happening last year, Miss Lovell?
Yes, I did attend.
Okay. Oh, you're on two different devices. Oh, okay. So I hope that you did get that survey, and I want people to be as brutally honest as possible. We're not perfect here in any way, and I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for constructive criticism of how this can be better. Right. So please just If you know of any other daycares that were there and they didn't receive it, if you don't mind forwarding it to us also. I want to ask you quickly, Miss Lovett, where's your daycare located?
We're located on 1657 Nostrand Avenue. That's between Beverly and Tilden.
Oh, okay. And your age group
Ranges?
ranges?
As of right now, it's 2 to 5 years old.
2 to 5. And what's the times?
We're open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and we're open all year round.
All year. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I also want to see maybe we look at another spelling bee at the end of June. Also, I know we had the one back in October, but that was for the previous year. So I'm looking at June also. Those are the 2 events coming up. Now, there was that Pops and Kids event that we used to do, and we didn't do it last year. But I also want to get your feedback on how, I don't know if to say keep calling it Pops and Kids, or we just restructure it into something more productive where kids are out just speaking on these issues. And yes, they can be cops there, but a more comprehensive conversation. So I want you guys to think about that. If you know what Cops and Kids were, or if you didn't, it used to be an event that's held at Boys and Girls Club. And I want to continue partnering with Boys and Girls Club also, because they have a lot of young folks there. And, cops will come in and they would speak, introduce themselves, what they do in the community and stuff. It was to foster a kind of a relationship with the youth in the community. And then it used to be role playing where the kids will become cops, the cops become civilians, and then like from each side would get to see how the operational part is done on the streets, right? If you get pulled over, if you're stop and frisk, if you suspect them of something. So it's always great to see the kids in this role and stuff. And sometimes I think the last one we had, a couple of cops, they were like, wow, these kids, like the questions the kids came up with and the things they did, and they said to them, like they were actually able to see the kids' point of view. And it was really awesome to see that, because that's what we want, that cops see the other side, the mindset of how our kids are thinking when they're in these situations, when the cops stop them or pull them over if they're driving or what. But I want to do it in a more comprehensive manner, and I want you guys to think around it, what you think it should look like, how we can go about making it better, that there's a message that kids leave with and cops leave with, because I feel like there's not a comprehensive message that's coming across, right? And we're doing this because we're doing it, but what really is the message and what do we want as the outcome with this? And now we also, there's a new precinct commander there, so it would also be great to get her input and for her also to hear from the community. So if next month you can, if you have any ideas, please bring them and let's talk about this some more in depth. That is all I have for now. I am going to ask Mr. Daly, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes. So for those who don't know, and I said before, Mr. Daly is the chair of the board. And I'm going to ask him to give us 2 minutes if there's anything I miss out what the board is doing or things that are happening at the board level that he will share with us. He's a previous educator. That's why you heard him talking about he give, his words, not mine. The kids have next week off. He was an assistant principal, and he taught also at my 11 for you, if any of you have kids that go there. So I'm going to ask him to please, give us a briefing on what's happening at the board level, things in the community, and any other educational updates that I didn't mention or haven't heard about. As I said, I'm now coming back into the fold.
Perfect. There's an echo. That's okay. So I just want to, first of all, thank you, Chair Grandison. There's so many things going on that we're trying to, one, anybody who's interested in being a board member, your application deadline is this weekend. So you need to submit an application to the board to become a board member. I think Chair Grandison spoke about the CEC. They're looking for CEC 18, or their application is also up for members who would be interested in participating on the CEC. Couple of updates. Tomorrow there'll be a community meeting, and for the life of me, I cannot pronounce this word properly, but it's called Descotovale. There'll be I can't, I'm butchering it.
I know, it's hard for me too. That's why I'm sending the flyer.
Right. So there'll be a meeting tomorrow regarding the environmental component, right? No, they don't necessarily have to listen, but I think if we come out and show out, that would be very helpful. On February 27th, there at Medgar Everts, there will be a round 2 of the SUNY downstate conversation. Last month, we had a nice turnout, a very nice turnout actually, at downstate, and they're trying to come in. It's, for those of you who don't know, downstate is in Community Board 17. However, it services primarily 17 and 9 and some of 14. So those 3 boards, we work jointly to try to get things done, and part of 18 as well. So February 27th, that date is there. Our committees, there are a couple of committees which need some help. And we're looking, we're asking active community members to be involved on the committees, on our social services committee, which affects a lot of the things that are happening, the major health community fair that happened in October. That was them with a small unit. Imagine if we had a larger unit. We have a couple other things that are coming up from that committee. We have a couple other, like I said, we have a few committees that can use some, but definitely social services. We need some people to be actively participating within the committees. And for people on this group as well, especially if you own a business, please do look into our other committees, that Block Association. I see Ms. Julius here as well, but I want to make sure that we support our other committees, support the community, and anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Last thing is our constant contact. We have now uploaded our constant contact to the website. So people, get your information out, get your constant contact, know what's happening at the board. Which includes we're hiring a community associate. The link is on the website. The salary is around 50 something based upon experience and other criteria that are all on the website. I actually just revisited it a couple of days ago. So it's there if you know somebody, a young person who needs a college or a person who's retired, wants a second income, whatever, whatever it is. We are hiring, and the job requirements, the job responsibility are all posted. If you need the link, reach out to Ms. Farah or anybody at the board to provide you with that link. Thank you. And next week, Wednesday, I like this crowd. Let's bring it to the meeting next Wednesday. I might have a surprise guest for everybody. A real surprise guest. Mr.
You talking
Tate,
at the board meeting?
yes, at the board meeting.
No.
Mr. Tate, is there a question for me or for the chair? Madam Chair, there's a hand raised.
Well, it's regarding the Costole. I just wanted to, if I could speak up on it a little bit. The carting company, if you allow me to, because I know you said you were butchering the name, but I do have a little more information that I want to give everyone here, if you don't mind, about tomorrow's meeting, the importance. Do I have the floor, Mr. Chair?
I'm not cheering.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't. I had like 6 screens open and I was trying to find to get back to tell you. Yes, that's why I was shaking my head. Yes, please. Please.
Yes. Okay. Good evening again, everyone. This is George Tate, and the meeting tomorrow night is regarding the Costole, which is the carting company at 1481 Troy Avenue. They are looking to expand, and the meaning of that is that they are going to, they want to build a grinder that's going to be grinding materials over there from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day, which is going to affect the air quality in our area. Especially, we have 3 schools right in the immediate surrounding. 109, which is right across from them. Then we have 198, a couple of blocks away. Then we have a private one, Oaks Academy. So it's very important that anyone who is interested in the children, please, if you could join into this meeting, listen out. The Costole will not be there at this meeting. It's going to be the community members and the elected officials, so we could strategize how we could approach this situation. We did have a meeting with the Costole, Zoom meeting with the Costole a couple of weeks ago, and now we have to find, a solution to this potential air hazard that we may be facing in the future, and especially our children. Look, that's all I have to say. I'm just hope that y'all could join to hear exactly what it's about, and then you could create your own opinion. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mr. Tate. Thank you so much around that. I honestly did not fully know what it was about, what they were grinding. I think I remember hearing Mr. Afraid. I think he mentioned that at the executive meeting, but I didn't get on in time to hear the full details about it. But that is very interesting. So if you guys can, please feel free to join. Is that it, Mr. Daly?
Yes,
That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. There was something else I want to say. So our next board meeting is next week, Wednesday. Am I correct? If you are available. Yes, on the 19th. If you are available, please come out. Or you can join online. Just go to the website and you should have the link there. You can hear what's happening in the community. Lend your voice if so need be. And Miss Slade, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you say you're with Rising Ground?
Yes, the Yard.
It's the Yard. Okay, that's what I was like. It is the Yard. Okay, all right. So I got it. Okay. Okay. Is there anything that anyone wants to that's happening in the community that you want to share? We've got a couple of minutes. I open the floor if there's anything you want to share with other members, upcoming events, things that's happening. I open the floor for 3 minutes that you can share.
Gail, I'll be reaching out to you. Like, I'll shoot you an email requesting maybe being able to present in March or April at this committee meeting, a little bit more in depth about who we are and what we do, because we do offer like a number of youth-based services and interventions. So I just love to be able to share that a little more in depth with the committee.
Yes. So as I said, I'm putting, actually, it's so funny because I'm here as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm writing up the list to send to Farah with all the organizations who we're going to reach out to just follow up with information. And I know if you're on the call and you had reached out to me last year about speaking or what, and you didn't get, let me know. Please let me know. As I said earlier, I missed a few meetings, and then I was ill. My memory is all coming back and everything.
It's more than happy to resend you another email.
Please send me another email.
I'm more than flexible whenever you need me.
Yes, don't want to forget you, but I had to switch my mind to me personally just to get better. It's been a ride, so I do have you at the top of my list, though, Miss Joelle.
That's okay.
I really do. I do, because I want to make sure that I slot in anyone that had asked before, to slot them in before anyone that comes after. And Miss Smith was one of those people that did ask me to speak. Okay, and I had slot her in. One last thing before we go. There is a newsletter that we're putting together. Now, Ms. Farah, I'm going to ask you to speak more about this because I remember, which I shouldn't have been doing, laying in my hospital bed, opening, reading this newsletter, approving the layout and stuff like that. I know I was looking at it. I was kind of excited. I was like, oh my goodness, we finally pulled the newsletter together. We've got a template. It is open to the community also if they need to put stuff in it, if you have something happening or what. I remember that one email. And I think I respond. Are you there, Ms. Farah?
Yes, I am here, Ms. Grandison.
Okay. And I remember I sent it back to you, and I think you did update or whatever, I guess, all the feedback that you were getting from other members. So can you tell us where you're at with that and if it's ready? And can I like go crazy of advertising that we have a newsletter?
Absolutely. And yes, you can go crazy about that, but I will talk about the advertisement in a little bit. So Community Board 17 hasn't had a newsletter in quite a bit. So the office staff and the board members have taken it upon ourselves to make it a little project so that we can spread initiatives to the general public. We are open in terms of putting in your flyers. So if you're an organization or if you're a nonprofit, government agency, elected official, whoever, feel free to send me your flyers or your event information in the email that I provided. I will send my email information again. And yeah, we will have it in the community session or the elected session of our newsletter. It is fully operational. It's live. The newsletter gets published the day after the general board meeting. So our next one will be live on the 20th, and the same thing for the following month as well. So yeah, look out for that. And the application, the sign up, the registration form to, be a part of the newsletter is also on our website as well. So you feel free to direct anyone there and we can have them added. Yeah, and I will also talk a little bit more about that during the general board meeting during my my district manager's report. And if you have any questions or if you would like more information, feel free to call the board office at 718-434-3072. Again, 718-434-3072. I'm going to put my email in the chat once more. So if you have any flyers, I will have it in the newsletter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so our newsletter, awesome, is up and running. As Ms. Farah said, if there's any announcement, anything that's happening or what, you can. Ms. Farah, is there, does Youth and Education get a special corner, or we're just
Yes. So board, I do have the board events and such in a separate area. So,
Okay.
Our community board newsletters, our stuff will come first. But yes, I do keep youth, or if Parks is having something or Commerce is having something, it will be in a separate section.
Okay. So do I know it's, privacy rights, like you don't just take people emails and add to the newsletter with that, but are we asking people to sign up if they want to receive a copy of it, or how's that going? How do you get on the listserv to receive a copy of the newsletter?
So currently I have all the committee members for all the committees, not just youth, all the committees and all the board members, along with all the members of the public that consented to being a part of our newsletter. So the list is already quite long. I believe it's like it's a few thousand contacts, but if you'd like to be added, the the registration form is on the home page of our website. So if you type in Community Board 17, you click on the first link, it will be at the home page, and it's also in the contact section as well. If you're having trouble finding it, once again, just call the office, or it's better if you just send me an email. I'm here to help, and I will move mountains for you guys. Okay, so feel free to me an email.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Farah. That's the one thing, the last thing that I was trying to remember that we have. So thank you. Thank you so much for working on that. So if there's nothing else, it's 8:53. I want to thank you guys for coming out, sharing all the information for all those organizations that came out and shared their information. Thank you so much. We will be sending out an email to you. The yard, I'm coming for you guys because I want you to partner with me on Youth Happening. I'm saying it here, saying it softly, but I will reach out to see how we can partner together with that. If there are any other organizations, we will be sending out the information around Youth Happening this week. So please share. And can I get a motion to adjourn the Youth and Education meeting? Wait, nobody wants to go?
I, George State, make a motion.
I'm
to
sorry.
adjourn
Happy
the-
Valentine's Day to everybody if you celebrate it.
Oh,
Bad cheer.
Thank you.
And all my
Happy
colleagues
Valentine's
out
Day.
here, enjoy your week off. All right, well deserved.
Yes.
And
Okay.
parents,
So
send the kids away. Send them all to Chair Ganderson's house.
I got two of my own, and I'm taking them right over to my daughter's house. So can I get a motion to adjourn the Youth and Education meeting?
George State, make a motion to adjourn the Youth and Education meeting at 8:55 p.m.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Nicole Julius, second.
Thank you. So at 8:55, the Youth and Education meeting is officially adjourned. Happy Valentine's Day